Good evening and welcome into Centro de Deportes Colectivos in Santiago, Chile for this Group D matchup between Instituto of Argentina and CDC Leones of Chile. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight, wherever you're watching from, around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. First game of the January window, and both of these teams are desperate for a win, with both teams losing to Franca in December. You have to figure the only way these two teams are getting wins in the prelim window would be against each other. Instituto won the first matchup last month, 77-68, behind 18 points and 7 rebounds from both Leandro Vildosa and Nicola Pomoli, while Leones got 16 from Jerry Evans and Yuri Castillo, with 15 more from Gabby Bilardo. But not much more beyond those three. Two gone, in fact, and Yuri Castillo and Gabby Bilardo not on the roster for tonight's game, or perhaps even this entire window. And even though the stats weren't really that much in favor of Instituto, Andrew, I think Leones needs to just find a little bit more balance offensively if they're going to pull out a win here tonight against Leones.
Yeah, that's true. Going to need to stay out of foul trouble. Best offense is availability.
Three-point attempt to start off the game, no good. Starting lineup for Instituto. It's going to be Nicolas Copello, Luciano Guerra, Bautista Lugarini, Nicola Pomoli, and Javier Saiz. No real change for head coach Lucas Victorino heading into this window. The only change really, Bautista Corsi, not with the team this time. And for Jose Samaniego of CDC Leones, starting off, it's going to be Joshua Webster, Roquez Johnson, Jerry Evans Jr., and then a pair of newcomers, Luis Martinez and Eduardo Lugo, taking over for Yuri Castillo and Gabby Bilardo, with Ty Jones coming off the bench. He started in the December window. And CDC Leones already with a 4-2 lead. Our officials for tonight's contest: Roberto Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Carlos Velez of Colombia, and Jason Steele of Canada. Copello to his right, and an interesting move for Lucas Victorino, as he's going to have Leandro Vildosa come off the bench. He had 18 against Leones in the December window, one of the top performers in the event. That rebound was by the newcomer Eduardo Lugo, 6'5", 195 centimeters, 23 years old, out of the Dominican Republic, as we have our first three-pointer in the game. CDC Leones now with a 5-point lead at 7-2.
Yeah, they're really coming out hot. We'll see if they can keep this up.
Open three from the right wing. That's no good. Rebounded again by Lugo. The other newcomer for Jose Samaniego, Luis Martinez, 6'6", 198 centimeters. Another Dominican, 24 years old. Should mention the assistant coaches as well for Jose Samaniego. He's assisted by Paul Rodriguez of Spain. And for Lucas Victoriano, I should say, of Instituto, he's assisted by Ignacio Barsanti and Ignacio Giambartolome. Now that we've got all the who's, what's, and where's out of the way, we can get down to a little basketball action. Jerry Evans Jr. from outside the right elbow. That's no good. Rebound inside, shot blocked, but a foul called. That's going to be on Javier Saiz.
Two and a half minutes in already, 2 fouls. Also, 7 points for Leones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but based on, I took a look at some of our standings here. Leones is 0 for 2. One of their losses being against their current opponent. So if they win tonight, they would still need to beat Franca in order to, to have 2 wins. And like technically, we could have a tie, which then we go to points. If both teams lose to Franca and Leonis wins tonight, then they're both. I don't know what that record would be, but it would be equal. I lost count of wins and losses there.
Then we go into the February window. Assuming, I don't want to assume anything, but Franca is getting Lucas Diaz back, so you have to think that Franca is going to be pretty tough for both of these 2 teams. So let's just make the assumption that Franca beats Leonis and Instituto in this window. I think that will advance them already into the quarters. So then it comes down to what are Leonis and Instituto going to do against each other in January and February, and it may come down to points. You're exactly right. So that's why Leonis absolutely desperate to get a win here, because they did not get a win in that December window. 3-pointer from the corner is good for Instituto. That is Nicolas Copello.
I'd say this is like an 80% must win. Maybe even, I'm going to say 95%. There's some of those must wins that, like, literally if you lose, you're done. That's not tonight, but probably need to win.
Yeah, I'd put it in that 75 to 80% range, but yeah, I don't think you're too far off. There you get a look at Roquez Johnson, 32-year-old American, as we have our first timeout of this first quarter. Once again, a big welcome into everybody watching in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Get well wishes to my friend Eloy in New York, as well as his boys watching, Chris, Tyler, and Lucas.
You should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if we should ever meet. Tonight, you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Welcome back to Centro de Deportes Colectivos in Santiago. First quarter action between CDC Leones and Instituto. First game of the January window in the Basketball Champions League Americas tournament. We are in Group D. The only game tonight, we got one game tomorrow night in Group D as Instituto takes on Franca right here, 8:10 p.m. local time, 6:10 p.m. Eastern in the U.S. And then we finish up Group D for January on Saturday as CDC Leones takes on Franca right here. And then Groups B and C get underway on Sunday. Foul on that drive to the bucket. And I believe they're going to get Jerry Evans. Nice drive by Pomoli. Talked about him in the open in the first game in December against Leones. He had 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Pomoli second in the tournament at 8.5 rebounds per game.
Yeah, and going back to what I said in the beginning of the game here, talking about Leones and fouls, Jerry Evans is a guy similar compared to a leader for his team. So an early foul here should be okay, you know, one foul, but obviously once you get that second foul in the first half, that might mean a trip to the bench. So he's got to stay clean the rest of the half.
Bautista Laugarini nearly stole it in the backcourt, and then Leones missed the chance at the other end for a transition bucket. End-to-end action here early on, and the finger roll is up and good.
Yeah, I don't know if we saw a start like this in the first win of that. There's maybe one game I can recall. I can't recall who it was exactly. Might look that up, but
Yep.
I just remember like one game having, and I don't know that they scored like this. I mean, we're only 5 minutes in with a total of 24 points. That's pretty fever pace there.
Wow, tough shot
Another
by
one.
Pomoli there from the left elbow, and Instituto back to within 4. Just across the 5-minute mark of this first quarter. Yeah, it seemed like all the games last window got off to really slow starts. In the one game where it was end-to-end action, they weren't scoring much as Jerry Evans drains the three-pointer there. He was 6 of 14 from beyond the arc in December, averaging 15 points per game, and the lead back to 7. Back outside to Copello. That three is good. My goodness. Copello started off 2 for 9 from three-point range in the December window.
Are we going to have a 50-point quarter?
We might.
It's possible. Yeah. We're just over halfway.
Lob inside to Johnson. He gets it back after missing the first shot and draws the foul. Both Roquez Johnson and Jerry Evans played the first game in foul trouble. In fact, Roquez Johnson fouled out, and I believe Jerry Evans had 4 fouls in that game. And so Roquez Johnson played 25 minutes, had no points, and 5 rebounds. And they're going to need much more from him tonight, as he's already got 5 points. Jerry Evans had 16 points and 5 boards in that first contest against Instituto. So Johnson to the free throw line. Nails the first. He's 2 for 3.
Yeah, that's a quick answer to any offensive cohesion questions you may have is if you stay on the floor, you're much more useful. Now that's a little different to when I used to stay on the floor, which literally meant I may have fallen down. But in these cases, I just mean, on your feet, playing offense and defense.
Right. What did you say early on? Your best ability is availability?
Correct.
3 from the corner. That is good!
I remixed it a bit, but yes, that's the common saying.
That was Lee Aliyah. That's his first three-pointer in this tournament. And look at this, Instituto back to within 2. Inside 3.5 minutes to play first quarter. Evans ends up on the deck. Here comes Darrell Jones, and he draws the foul. Darrell Jones, 7 points, 4 rebounds in the first contest against Instituto. Andrew?
Yeah, it seems possible we're going to have that 50-point quarter. That means we're on pace for 100 points games, 100 points from each team about. That's, we'll see. I don't want to set the expectations too high.
Jones for 3, front iron, and here comes Instituto back the other way. A little drop pass for Ilya. He lays it up with the right hand and draws the foul and then slides all the way.
I hope we see a replay
into the locker room, I think. Lee Aliyah, 6'9", 205 centimeters, just 20 years old. Athletic young player as Luciano Guerra has a seat. First free throw, gets the home roll.
I think this arena may have more space around the court than any that we've seen.
Yeah.
Even some places they have the crowd, I mean, almost right up on you because they're elevated above you and probably only 6 feet away. So it really.
My goodness, another three-pointer. Darrell Jones that time. Yeah, on the college campus here. This is kind of a rec facility. You see the big barrier between courts there in the background. So they use it. It's a multi-purpose floor with the FIBA markings for this round. It's one of the beauties of FIBA. Wow, a shot there by Joshua Webster. Little spinorama from about 4 feet away. But everything always standard when you go to the arena, the game ops, regardless of country. If it's a FIBA sanctioned event, it's got to be to a certain standard. Court markings, 3-point line distance. You know, you see some of the lower level pro leagues around the world and in the U.S., in fact, and they're playing with a high school 3-point line. But here it's always the standard FIBA international 3-point line. Lane width always the same.
I loved at a professional level playing in a high school gym, because then I went from you know, a post guy to a 3-point threat. I'm like, hey, this is my shot now. I'm a stretch
60% from it's shooting 60% from 3-point range when it's 18.5 feet.
Right.
Inside 2 minutes to play, Leonis with a 5-point lead. Little air ball there. Rebound pulled out by Alex Negrete. Stolen away, but unfortunately, Daryl Jones had his foot on the sideline when he made that steal and tried to save it inbounds. Or did he? He must have. The official was standing right there.
See, I don't know about the replay, but I know I was getting ready to make the observation that if we were playing at the playground, somebody to say, oh, that's hustle play. I get that for hustle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's maybe one of those in the 3x3 environment, too, that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Minute and a half to play this first quarter. And we talked about Franca a little bit in the open, as well as early in that first quarter, as Alex Negrete steps up to the free throw line. And Franca a little shaky in their first game, but then strong in their second. Franca got past Instituto by just 5 points, but then dominated Leonis 88-64. And now they're getting Lucas Diaz back. And that's that's like adding, I can't even think of what kind of weapon that's adding. It's a,
they threw the bat signal up.
Player.
It's Batman.
Yeah, pretty much. He was battling an injury in December, so he couldn't be with the team, and he's back. And that's a guy who can dominate the post. It's a guy who can shoot the three-pointer. And when you look at Charles Hinkle did last round too, you got to look at that Franca game coming up if you're Leonis or Instituto and go, oh boy. That's why they want to desperately get a win tonight, as Ty Jones hits the free throw. Both of them good. And Andrew, we're 2 points away from a 50-point quarter. 3 points, beg your pardon.
I was going to let you have it, Craig. We'll round up, 49, 50, bang, bang.
Again, that's why I'm in broadcasting and not engineering or anything math related. Pull up from the right elbow, no good for Negrete. The ball popped out of bounds, and who's got it? They're going to say it is Leones' ball. And that's a good job by the
changed it.
official saying, yeah, yep, and saying, hey, my fault. After Roberto Acuna comes over.
I don't know. He's a pretty big guy. You think there was any threats of violence?
I don't know about threats of violence. Maybe a little intimidation, but nah. I think that was genuinely just, oh, I was pointing the wrong way.
Wow, I saw 3 fouls in that replay.
Yeah, and 2 of them were on Ty. Were 2 of them, beg your pardon, were on Leandro Vildosa.
If you're gonna foul somebody, keep fouling.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Ty Jones, though, whistled for the infraction as Vildosa hits both free throws, and now, check my math, 1 point away from a 50-point quarter. 45 seconds to play. You're going to take your shoes off to add that up.
We're going to get it. I think we're going to do it. Here it is.
Here's Fausto Picardo. No good. Inside 30 seconds. There's the stuff. 2 hands for Leah. And Instituto back to within 1. What a first quarter by both these teams. Leones holding for the final shot of the frame. Webster gets it back from straight away. That's good! Why not? Joshua Webster from straight on hits the 3-pointer, and CDC Leones with a 29-25 lead heading into the second quarter. What a first frame between these 2 clubs. Leones hot early. Instituto picked up the pace and nearly caught him. And then Leones with a 3 at the end of the quarter. 29-25 after 1. What an exciting first quarter.
Whew.
Leones 10 of 17 from the floor overall. 5 of 7 from 3-point range. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Instituto 7 of 13 overall. 3 of 6 from the arc. 8 of 8 from the stripe. Instituto with a 9-5 advantage on the glass. No turnovers in that first quarter for Leones. 3 for Instituto. Joshua Webster finished that first quarter. He played all 10 minutes, had 8 points and 4 assists. Roquez Johnson 6, Jerry Evans Jr. 6 for Instituto. Nicholas Copello 6 points, Nicolo Pomoli 6, Lee Alia with 7.
Yeah, you can see Leones there. No turnovers. Good. That keeps you in the winner column. And 2 of the players that we talked about in foul trouble during the last window, they account for 12 points out of 29 right now. And
just 1 foul between them.
now. Correct, yeah. I'll say it is only the first quarter, so I wouldn't really expect anybody to be in too big of foul trouble yet. We'll see if they can keep that up for the second quarter.
And Leones 9 assists on 10 made field goals. Instituto 6 assists on 7 made field goals. So these teams sharing the wealth.
See, good basketball is fun to watch.
It is.
Good assists, low turnovers, leads to high points.
Into the corner now for Pomoli. He drives baseline. Now another baseline drive outside. 3 on the way. That rattles off. Rebound pulled down by Alia. He goes up strong and lays it in. Leah, 9 points now. almost quintupled his output against Leones from December. 3 on the way from Daryl Jones. That one's short. But Leones pulls down the offensive board. That was Pablo Allegrini. He did not play against Instituto in December. And here comes Webster. Oh, nice move and a dish, but the shot rejected by Aaliyah.
Aaliyah's doing everything right now.
There you get a look at Lucas Victoriano.
Call me crazy, Craig, but the next time we see...
You're crazy.
Thank you. The next time we see the coach, tell me it doesn't resemble Tim Duncan a little bit. I just feel like in the face, especially like in the eyes, I'm seeing Tim Duncan. Oh, there he is. Perfect.
I'll have to take your word on that, partner. Yeah.
I wish I could pull a picture up next to him. And
I know what Tim Duncan looks like. Instituto back to within 1 at 29-28. Handoff back to Jones. Jab step. Steps back from Aaliyah. Picks up the dribble. Right side to Pichardo. Pichardo hits from the inside of the paint. Tough shot by Fausto Pichardo. Lead back to 3.
Just waiting for this shooting to fall off
back
the
from
cliff,
Aaliyah.
So far.
Circus windmill layup won't fall. Now Daryl Jones for 3. Splash! 34-28. Lead back to 6 now. Daryl Jones. 2 of 4 from the arc for 6 points. Wanaki gives it up to Pomoli. Pomoli to Aaliyah, and Pomoli gets it back. And a whistle on the drive by Lee Aaliyah. It's been one of those games, Andrew, where if you took your time getting here and then got some popcorn, sat down, you will have missed an awful lot.
The good news would be you come back to your seat and you're like, wait, is it the third quarter? And then you're like, oh no. Okay, I didn't think I was gone that long.
Pomoli hits the first free throw.
That's another key reason for the high point total. You're stopping the clock on these free throws, and I believe that's 16 total free throws, of which were 14 for 16, I think. I got to look at Instituto's side here. You said they were 8 for 8 in the first quarter, and I think that's
they're 11 of 12 now.
Wow. So, yeah, 15 out of 18 free throws made.
Request Johnson pushes the lead back to 6. He's got 8 points now. 7:15 to play second quarter. Left side to Pomoli. He drives baseline around Daryl Jones. Has to kick it out. Another 3 from the corner. Splash!
That's great ball movement by Instituto.
Yeah. I believe that was Tomas Monaki who knocked that one down. Did they only give them a 2? Guess they said his foot was on the line. So Monaki credited for just 2 points on that shot. Now from in close, and an offensive foul on Lee Aaliyah. First foul on Aaliyah. Yeah, I'd like to see where the defender was standing. Didn't see it on that angle. Can we see it here? We get a look at the other end for Ty Jones going up strong with the left hand. His first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, I think maybe the defender was in position. Just going off the short replay, they did seem like they were set up already.
Back outside to Evans. Two players with 9 points apiece for Instituto. Lia with 9. Nicolo Pomoli with 9. Lopez Johnson has 8 for Leones in this high-scoring affair so far. What, 51 points in that first quarter?
Right. No, we got to we got 51 50 on the dunk.
Yep. We got 51 on the dunk.
51 on the dunk. The three getting at 54. There we go.
54. Yep.
Because I was sad. I said, hey, there we go.
Craig and Andrew for all your math needs. A little slide into the front court there. Left wing open three, and that is good. Nicolas Copello, the 32-year-old, drains that one. And Instituto back to within 1. Now Instituto with a chance for their first lead of this game. Pomoli. Now Copello for 3. Missed. Rebound by Saiz. He tries to go up strong, and he gets tied up. Great work defensively there by Daryl Jones to prevent Saiz from going up for the easy bucket to give up the lead.
And I think they called the jump ball too, right? Not a foul?
Right, yeah. 8 players have scored for Leones so far. 7 for Instituto. Only Pablo Allegrini and Danco Garcia have not gotten into the game for Leones. There you get a look at, I guess, Tim Duncan, according to my partner Andrew Hunt. That's actually Lucas Victoriano, head coach for Instituto. Andrew, a little bit earlier on, had said he looks like Tim Duncan, I guess.
Not like twinsies, just like, yeah, look kind of like them, no.
Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. So glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from. Guess we were having a little bit of difficulties earlier on, but we are glad you are with us in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Just past the 5-minute mark of this second quarter. Leones leading by 1. I believe they pushed the lead to 8 or 9 earlier. Instituto got back to within 1 in that first quarter. And now they are looking for the lead on this possession. Copello picks up the dribble, needs some help. Nearly throws it away to Lugarini. Shot clock at 5. Nothing moving toward the bucket. Now Saiz. Floater won't go from 15. Jerry Evans the rebound. And Leonis holding on to the lead for at least one more possession. Nice lob. Pass out to the wing. Shot wasn't there. Good patience by Leonis. Gives it up inside. Roquez Johnson off the glass. Draws the foul. Johnson wanted to go up and dunk that, but the defender was there. Had to go off the glass a little too hard. And he draws the foul. That's going to be on Nicola Pomoli. He saw Saiz come over, and Pomoli jumped as well. Decided to change direction and go off the glass. And Johnson misses the first free throw.
Yeah, it's a tough thing when you're going to dunk. Craig, I know I don't have to tell you, but I'm just for our viewers. When you're trying to dunk, you've got your hand kind of above the ball. So then if you get bumped in the air like he did where you're not going to make it to the rim, it is a little bit harder to readjust to now I'm shooting. Whereas if I'm playing below the rim, I'm shooting either way. So it's easier to take some contact and still put the shot up because I was planning to shoot the whole time.
And now with both those missed free throws, Instituto takes the lead on the bucket by Bautista Lugarini, 37-36.
They've done a good job just hanging around. And I feel like it's pretty noticeable, too, the drop-off in shooting.
Yeah. Three-pointer on the way from Lugarini, and that is good! Back-to-back buckets by Bautista Lugarini, and now Instituto leads by 4. 3:05 to play, and a steal, Tomas Monaki. Lugarini's got to work it back around. And now Copello gets the offense set up. Left side to Monaki. He dumps it into Saiz, and that is good. And Javier Saiz will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. And Roquez Johnson guilty of the foul. That'll be his second.
Pretty quick, not so great turn of events there. Ooh, I don't really like that foul.
15-7 run. A 15-7 run for Instituto to open this second quarter. Well, I guess open it. We're 3/4 of the way through it, but drive along the right side and a pretty finger roll. Yeah, finger roll by Pomoli. And the lead now for Instituto is 6. Pomoli now with 11. Evans gets it into the paint to Johnson, and that foul is going to be on Javier Saiz.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a foul on the dump down there. When he receives the ball, Saiz was all over his back.
That's going to be the third foul on Javier Saiz.
Yeah, we know we've got some fouls because we've shot a lot of free throws. Every free throw shot, or at least every 2 free throw shot, is a foul.
Johnson, the offensive rebound. I'm not sure if that was blocked, but Luis Martinez gets the tip in to stop the bleeding a little bit. Inside 2 minutes to play, second quarter. Instituto by 4. Copello gives it up into the corner. Monaki now giving it up to Pomoli. He gets his shot rejected. I believe that was Aaliyah on that block. No, that was not Aliyah on that block.
I think Aliyah took a seat, yeah.
Well, it's also the wrong team.
Oh, okay.
There's the foul on Eduardo Lugo. It was a great block. I'd like to give credit to the player who made it. Trying to go to the play-by-play here. That was Luis Martinez with the block. Now Webster picking up the dribble. Shot clock at 7. Evans, little hesitation, has his shot blocked, but a foul called. I believe that's going to be on Pomoli. Just that slight little bit of hesitation, Andrew, on that drive created a little bit of separation. And then he accelerated again into the defense, and Pomoli committed the foul. So Evans will go to the free throw line. Yep. Evans will go to the free throw line. Has not shot a free throw tonight. He was 6 of 6 in the December window. Second free throw short. Pace slowed pretty dramatically in this second quarter. Leones just 10 points to Instituto 17 after leading after one, 29-25. 3 on the way now. That rolls off. And the rebound by Vildosa. Shot clock is off. Game clock now to 15 as Instituto will hold for the final shot. Vildosa picked up the dribble, needs some help. Oh, I thought he picked up the dribble. Guess not. Into the corner for 3. Splash!
Man.
Instituto ends the second quarter the same way CDC Leones ended the first, and that is with a three-pointer. Bautista Lugarini from the corner. And Lugarini, a madman in that second quarter. And it's a 6-point lead now for Instituto. 39 points for Leones, putting up just 10 in that second quarter. And Instituto doubles them up in that frame. (45-39) the score at halftime. As we look at some of the numbers as the players head to the locker room. For Leones, 14 of 32 overall. 43.8% from the floor, 6 of 14 from the arc, 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Instituto hot in that second quarter. 14 of 26 overall, 53.9%, 6 of 11 from three-point range, 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Look at the rebounding advantage for Instituto, 22-11. Eight turnovers for Instituto in the first half, 2 for Leones. And individually for Leones, Daryl Jones with 6. Joshua Webster with 8 points, 4 assists. Fausto Pichardo, 2 points. Luis Martinez with 4 points and a big block. Ignacio Carrion, 2 points. Ty Jones, 2 points. Roquez Johnson had 8. And 2 rebounds. Jerry Evans Jr., 7 points. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. For Instituto, Leandro Vildosa, 2 points. Lee Alia with 9 points, 4 boards. Alex Negrete with 2 points. Nicolas Copello, 9 points. Bautista Lugarini, 10, along with 3 rebounds. Nicola Pomoli, 11 3 boards. Tomas Monaki with 2 points. Javier Saiz did not score, but had 4 rebounds to go along with his 3 fouls. And that rounds out the scoring. Andrew Hunt, what did Instituto do better in that second quarter to take this lead, or was it just a matter of Leones cooling off?
Well, definitely Leones cooling off played a part. The big thing that wasn't just, in fact, it was more in the first quarter that I think kept Instituto in the game was those 8 for 8 free throws. Only 3 for 4 in the second quarter, but that was 8 free points they got in the first quarter to kind of, dull the brunt of that onslaught by Leones. And then those 22 rebounds we talked about, 5 of those offensive rebounds, that's second chance points that allowed Instituto to leave with a bigger lead in the second half than what Leones had at the end of in the second quarter than what Leones had in the first quarter.
There again, you look at the top scorers for both teams. This is the only game in BCL America's play tonight. We've got one game tomorrow. Instituto will take on Franca right here, 8:10 p.m. local time, 6:10 Eastern in the U.S. And then on Saturday, we wind up Group D play for January, as Leones will take on Franca. Same time, same venue. And then we get Groups B and C underway on Sunday as we roll the highlights from this first half. My partner's name is Andrew Hunt. My name is Craig Fada, and we are back with second half action in just a few moments. Welcome back to Centro de Deportes Colectivos in Santiago, Chile for tonight's Basketball Champions League Americas Group D matchup between Instituto of Argentina and CDC Leones of Chile. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada. Thanks for joining us wherever you're watching from around the Americas or around the world. Watching in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. After one quarter, CDC Leones led 29-25. Instituto, though, doubled up Leones in that second quarter 20-10 to take a 45-39 lead at halftime. And let's see, Andrew, if Instituto can keep their momentum rolling in the second half.
Yeah, something I was going to illustrate. I mentioned those free throws in the first quarter. Let's say you go 50%. So we said that Instituto is 8 for 8. They lose the first quarter by 4 points. If they're half as good on free throws, that's another 4 points. They lose by 8. They won the second quarter by 10 points. So now they're, they only have a 2-point lead if they aren't 100% on free throws. So just to kind of illustrate the importance of shooting free throws, they're free. Among, obviously some other stuff that goes in there, that's just one singular factor that I like to point out. Of course, I'll probably point out turnovers and fouls later because those are my other bugaboos.
Travel there. Saiz had the opening bucket for Instituto now as they take an 8-point lead into the corner. 3 on the way from Copello, just short. It goes off the basket support and out of bounds. That'll be Leones ball.
Yeah, that last traveling violation, another hot button point of contention. If you're playing on the playground, a lot of people say if you catch that ball and you jump, but then you throw it down on the ground before you land, that's a dribble. And I disagree, and so do the FIBA referees.
Well, they're the only ones whose opinion matters.
in this particular case, that is correct.
Foul on Joshua Webster. I'm going to assume that was before the shot. Yeah, well before. Boy, I think we were already in the teens in the first quarter with 2 minutes elapsed. Just 2 points so far in this third quarter.
Yeah, I thought we had like 17. Sounds crazy. I thought Leones might have had 14 or 17 2 minutes in.
Oh, the nice adjustment by Joshua Webster to go, I beg your pardon, that was Eduardo Lugo, to go off the glass. Saiz up top, handing it off to Pomoli. He's picked up by Johnson. Shot clock at 7 with a whistle. Pomoli steps back, picked up by Evans. Dishes it into the corner. 3 on the way. Nope. Webster giving it up to Evans. Andrew, is there a time in games typically when the legs start to get a little heavy? Roquez Johnson with the nice move inside. Especially if you haven't played in a few days or a week, or I mean, I feel like it might be in the third quarter when you come out of the locker room at halftime. You've got the adrenaline as Bautista Lugarini scores there. Nicely done on that ball movement. But you have the adrenaline carry you through the first and second quarters, then you rest at halftime, and then you come out for the third, and then maybe that fatigue from the first half catches up with you a little bit before you get that second, third wind.
I don't know how. I don't think I'm that different than most people. I think a lot of people are similar to me. I was one that I wanted to keep going. I didn't like sitting. I felt like I got stiff, or just hard to get kind of going back again. I always wanted to keep a sweat, and warm-ups.
Well,
I want to get a
what I
sweat
mean.
going.
Coming out
Yeah.
at halftime after sitting for 15 minutes.
Right. Yeah,
Outside
I think
to Lugo for 3. Now the action's starting to pick up a little bit. Neither team scoring on the last possessions, but Pomoli outside to Capello. Shot clock at 10. 3-pointer. That one's good. I believe that was Pomoli. Nope, that was Lugarini. 54-45 now.
the Instituto coach was begging for a foul down there on the block.
A
with
three-pointer
Saiz.
missed.
I can't remember who was guarding him.
Pomoli wanted to take that 3. He's wrapped up by Daryl Jones.
Daryl Jones was the guy who was guarding Saiz on the last one, too. A little bit of a size disadvantage, so he was doing everything he could to stay in front. And the coach felt it rose to the...
And they may review this for an unsportsmanlike. Maybe?
I mean, it seems like he obviously grabs his right arm there in the beginning. I don't think the wrap up at the end really matters. The foul's already occurred at that point.
Right. This 9-point spread for Instituto, the biggest lead of the game for either team. Leones led by as many as 7. Okay, so that usually the official signals with both hands in the shape of a rectangle to go to the review. This was more of a circle with the right hand. There's the fake, there's the grab, and there's the wrap.
Yeah, we'll see what they say. I just always feel when he's grabbing the arm like that, we've kind of had this discussion before. If you're going to commit the foul there, I say you reach your hand all the way across the body as to appear you're going for the ball. This is when you... Intentional fouls are part of the game, folks, if you weren't aware of that.
Yeah, well, I'm just wondering now if they're trying to review if that was a shooting foul. Do they give him, or are they going to give him continuation?
Ooh,
or is
interesting. Let's see here.
Yeah, that may be what they're looking at. There's the grab and then the wrap. If the foul's on the grab on the arm, then you shouldn't get the continuation. Right?
That's if you call the foul when you should have called the foul. As soon as his hand is obviously grabbing the bicep of the other player, maybe that's what he's saying here, is that it should be on the floor.
Right.
Maybe he could have been arguing too that it wasn't an unsportsmanlike either way. But here, there was the grab. He takes another dribble,
and watch the official.
Gathers and shot.
The official, you didn't see it in that camera angle, but the official waves off the shot. And that's why Daryl Jones gives him the thumbs up, saying that wasn't a shooting foul. But
so here we go. Grab here. Another step, dribble.
Yeah, the
so
foul,
3 steps and a dribble after the original foul. It looks like they're just calling a foul on the floor, I believe. It's obviously an intentional foul, but I didn't think it was. Like I said, sometimes a guy gets by you grab him. It's not. To me, that's not the same as a unsportsmanlike.
I agree.
And the refs agree with me again.
Yeah, I think we were all in agreement there. Again, our officiating crew: Roberto Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Carlos Velez of Colombia, and Jason Steele of Canada. We got their collective melons together and made the right call. That 3-pointer rattles out for Capello. Three on the way from Jerry Evans. That misses. Rebound, Vildosa. Inside 5 minutes to play, third quarter. And Andrew, does Instituto maybe want to slow things down here a little bit? It looks like they're pretty content to just move the ball around. Nice work there. Tomas Monaki. Great body control after drawing the foul and spinning.
Yeah, I think it kind of gets lost in the mix because Leones started off so hot, but Instituto's been pretty solid. I mean, the hot start that Leones had and to only be down 4 points in that first quarter. Again, like I said, I think the free throws were a big part of that for Instituto, going 100% on free throws, 8 for 8. But they've been pretty consistent the whole time, scoring 25 first quarter, 20 the second quarter, not great, but you keep the other team to 10. So, I mean, a 10-point advantage per quarter. I like that as a coach.
Monaki completes the three-point play, and the lead is now 12, biggest of the game. Don't forget, Instituto won the first meeting between these two clubs in December, 77-68. So Leones really would like a win here as they take on mighty Franca on Saturday.
Yeah, the story of the statistics is you've got Instituto sitting at 54%, field goals 43 from three-point range. I think if we look back, they were around those numbers the whole time, so consistently, whereas Leones was at one point in the first quarter like 67% from three-point land. Now you're going to see here in the third quarter they've faded, and that percentage is probably going to be cut in half. Here, I'm going to take a look and tell you the real deal on that.
What a great job defensively on that last play. I thought that was Lee Alia as Jose Samaniego gets whistled for a tee. They called a travel on there. Leones wanted a blocked shot, but Jerry Evans came down, and then I believe contact was made with the defender. But a great job on the defensive end, defending the big athletic Jerry Evans. I believe that was Lee Alia on that defensive effort. Now Alia going the other end at Jerry Evans. Evans with the great defensive effort that time. Hands straight up, didn't go into the air, forced the miss. Now Evans for three, just short, and that's going to be a foul on Roquez Johnson.
I think Lee Alia can join my guy Zezular on hustle player all tournament team. They're just up and down, guarding whoever. They're kind of that mix of a big guy who's athletic that can probably guard the guard, and Jerry Evans is a guy too. Remember, he had 2 threes in the first quarter to get 6. He's been basically neutralized because he has a total of 7 now. So hot start, but really cooled off.
I think they signaled that foul on Luis Martinez, but I thought that was Roquez Johnson that came in from behind with the shove, and they did give that to Luis Martinez. So Roquez Johnson stays at 2 fouls, and Luis Martinez now with 2. Johnson with 2, Eduardo Lugo with 2, Luis Martinez 2, Fausto Pichardo 2, Joshua Webster 2, Daryl Jones and Nicholas Rebolledo all with 2 fouls for CDC Leones. Only Nicolo Pomoli with 2 fouls. Javier Saiz has 3 for Instituto as another whistle. The lead is now 15-60 to 45. I believe they're going to get Alia for coming down on the foot.
Yeah, that foul too. I didn't see what occurred exactly, but sometimes if you're a savvy player, if you know one of your teammates has a lot of fouls and you know you've got some fouls to give and that maybe you're, I think Johnson is a guy that sees a few more minutes than Martinez. He might say, yeah, no, that was me. I've got fouls to give, so if I'm close to the play, I'll try to convince the ref that I was the one.
Well, they didn't. Oh, they said the foul was on Alex Negrete, so that was before Aaliyah landed on his foot. Now the fans starting to get in on it a little bit with their whistling, as there's lots of whistles. Oh, there we go. It's our first real head throw.
I thought I saw one on a drive earlier that we got to replay.
Yeah, but it wasn't terribly egregious. Negrete hits the first free throw. Again, if you haven't been following us, I am on a one-person personal crusade against the throwing back of the head when there's contact to the body, to try to exaggerate the foul and draw the call. Certainly seen much more egregious examples than that, as Negrete with the steal goes up, jams it home with two hands. Instituto rolling now, up by 18.
That was impressive, because I don't know if you saw there, he kind of took a long step so that he could get his timing to the basket with the least amount of dribbles. That's kind of tough to go, you slow down your momentum. Usually you kind of want to run as fast as you can and use all that momentum into the, there it is. He's long striding there.
Negrete at 6'4", 192 centimeters, showing some ups, some springs, some hops, some bounce. What do the kids call it these days?
Bunnies. He's got bunnies.
Bunnies. He's got bunnies, yep. Webster on the drive. Throws that one off the window, and it falls in.
Every young person that was watching this broadcast has now muted us, Craig.
To join everybody else that already had.
They'll come back
Great
for the
bucket
math.
there by,
I know it.
Right. Come for the math, stay for the lingo. Webster completes the three-point play. So Leones now just getting their 10th point of the third quarter. Instituto, meanwhile, with 19. Pomoli on the drive, gets to the right elbow. Flips that shot up, no, but Monaki the rebound.
Oh, wow.
Dish from Guerra, and the drive from the left side, no good for Monaki. Rebounded by Webster. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, third quarter. And that foul is going to be on Aliyah. Looked like he was in good position to hold his ground, but then just kind of leaned forward. He's right there, and then sticks the arm out and then leans into the shooter.
Yeah, I think he set up, and then when Martinez kind of went around him there, he had to, he was setting up to not necessarily take an offensive foul, but at least just not get the foul. And then when he went around to prevent an easy basket, went ahead and leaned into him. I like it.
So Luis Martinez makes the free throw. One of the two new additions for this window for CDC Leones, along with Fausto Pichardo. Lead back down to 13 inside 2 minutes to play now in this third quarter. Oh, a beautiful feed. Circus shot with the left hand won't go for Lugarini. And Leones cannot get a shot up through the defense. Now the three-pointer from Guerra from the corner won't go. Oviedo sent to the deck. I beg your pardon, that was Luis Martinez again. I saw number 6. Now, you know who Jose Samaniego looks like? Not Tim Duncan. But he looks like Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons.
Yeah. I don't know that I could tell you what. At one point, I knew what he looked like. Don't remember.
If only there were a magical device on which you could look up Matt Groening's picture.
I'm old school. If it ain't memory, I ain't got it.
Martinez hits both free throws, gets Leonis back to within 11, minute 30 to play in this third quarter. So Leonis hanging around.
All the statistics I've analyzed straight off the dome, I remember all of them.
Negrete, the hesitation move won't go, but the left-hand tip is up and in. That's Lee Aliyah.
You know, speaking of our analytics and the statistics, just a quick plug. If you're watching the game and you haven't checked out, well, if you're watching the game, you're likely on the website, but plenty of tools here for game comparisons. You got the play-by-play, which you don't need that. You got us for that. Yeah, I just there's a wealth of information, not just a simple box score.
Yep.
Oh, he's out. Yep, he got
Bautista Lugarini had his left foot on the sideline. Yeah, the official tournament website has all the teams, rosters, videos, highlights, news stories, stats, schedule, everything.
Yeah. Definitely, if you're ever looking for some time to kill in the airport or something, you just research your favorite player, see all their stats, plan your next game night for your favorite teams playing. We'll be here for all of them.
So Luis Martinez sinks that free throw. Not clear what Bautista Lugarini whistled for a technical after that. I'm not sure if he said something to the official. I mean, it was pretty clear based on the camera angle. I mean, his left heel was well over the line. So I'm not sure if he was complaining or did something like slam or kick the ball away in frustration and didn't see what he did.
And this is not the time for that. You don't want to stop the clock or put the other team on the line. You've got a good thing going here.
Shot clock at 6. Here comes the drive. The flip with the right hand. No, rebounded by Lugarini. Clock at 4 now. 3. Tried to lob it into Aliyah. Goes out of bounds. And evidently it was tipped by Leonis. Wow. Well, that would explain why the pass was so far off. Fans didn't like that here on Instituto's home floor, and the officials getting together to talk about it, and they confirm it's going to be Instituto's ball. Or are they going to review it? Or do we have a timeout? We have a timeout. Jose Samaniego takes timeout. And again, for full disclosure, sometimes it seems like sometimes we don't always know what's going on. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Here you get a look at Lucas Victoriano head coach for Instituto. Just before the timeout, we were talking about how sometimes it seems like we don't always see what's going on. And honestly, that's the case. For full disclosure, we are not in the venue. Andrew and I are watching the game on monitors in separate locations. And so we can only see what you see. And so we can't always hear what the officials say when they're at the scorer's table. And a foul on the three-point attempt as the shot clock expires. We can't always see what the officials signal when they're not on camera. Sometimes we'll get a replay and see what they signal or what they do. And in the case of where Bautista Lugarini got whistled for that technical foul, it wasn't on camera. And we didn't have a replay of it, so we didn't see what he did. And when you're in the arena, you have a much wider field of vision.
Right. Assuming you have your booster seat.
Yes.
This is why they won't allow us to be in the same location, because we will fist fight. Sorry, was I
and now
punching down?
They are going to go to the they are going to go to the replay again to see. Not sure what exactly they're looking at here, unless it wasn't really a foul and he just tried to sell it, and with very minimal contact going down.
I think they're seeing if it's a 2 or a 3 is what I would imagine.
Maybe
2 shots or 3 shots. The foul seemed apparent. I don't think anybody's disputing that. You put your shoulder in a guy's stomach while he's shooting. Oh, well, wait a minute. Okay,
well, there's 4/10 of a second left. Yeah, so this was not a technical.
Maybe that's why I saw everybody off the line, and I was like, well, hold on. Yeah, 4/10 of a second. They're probably just not lining up, because what's the point? You got to line up, though. What if he misses and then...
Yeah, at least for the third free throw.
Right. I don't know if 0.4 seconds enough for that or not.
I think with 0.3 you can do a catch and shoot, can't you? Or at least a tip.
Right, but coming off the rebound, that's a, if I'm catching a pass and shooting, that's a little different, but
yeah. Negrete hits 2 of 3, but it's a 60-48 lead heading into the fourth quarter for Instituto. Is that right? I'm sorry, 68-54.
Same difference in score is what I'm trying to say. Not
yeah.
Obviously, but I'm saying that the score difference is the same.
Instituto outscores Leones 23-15 in that third quarter to take a 68-54 lead. There you see the shooting numbers. Instituto continues to shoot the ball very well. 53 points over, 53% overall, 90% from the free throw line, 19 of 21. Leones have narrowed the gap in rebounds. Instituto 31-24 with the rebounding advantage. After the first half, it was 22-11.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier
for Leones, Joshua Webster 11. He's also got 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Luis Martinez now with 10 points on 6 of 7 shooting from the free throw line. He's also got 4 rebounds. Eduardo Lugo 2 points, 4 boards. And Roquez Johnson, he's got 10 points. Remember, he fouled out of the first game against Instituto without scoring a point in 25 minutes. For Instituto, Lialia 11 points, 5 boards. Alex Negrete now with 10 on 8 of 9 shooting from the free throw line. Nicolas Copello with 11. Bautista Lugarini with 12. 5 rebounds for Lugarini. Nicolo Pomoli with 14 points, 4 rebounds. So 5 players in double figures for Instituto. And CDC Leones with a big hole to climb out of heading into this fourth quarter. 14 points, certainly not insurmountable, but definitely a little bit of a challenge. They put up 29 points in that first quarter, Andrew, but only 10 and 15 in the next two. They were hot in the first quarter, not unbelievably hot, but I think Instituto is just playing really good basketball.
Correct. They've been, like I said, they've been solid the whole game here. Are we going to call anything there?
Nope. Yeah, no call. As Lugarini remained on the ground waiting for a whistle. That might have been a good no call. A little bit of contact, a little bit of a flop perhaps, and no whistle. And now Negrete loses his footing, and Roquez Johnson called for the foul. That'll be his third. He doesn't like it. Yeah, that right hand kind of hooked that left arm and pulled him a little bit.
I think that was a savvy play by the offensive player there. I don't know that.
Negrete nearly lost it. Shot clock at 5. Lugarini has to put it up and does. Nearly banked it in. And it goes off of Leones out of bounds. Oh! They called it Leones ball. There were 3 Leones defenders around there. I thought that went off of Leones.
I also thought it went off of Leones.
And they changed the call. So Negrete to inbound with a fresh 14.
No, we got it right.
Vildosa. Yeah, we thought it went off Leones, and it did. They originally signaled that it went off Instituto.
Oh, okay. So they changed it to be correct. See, the refs always agree with me.
Yep.
I'm 3 for 3 today.
There you go. And
no turnovers.
The player slipped. That was Ignacio Carrion that slipped, and that caused the turnover. That leads to the bucket at the other end for Instituto. .8:20 to play in this fourth quarter. Another turnover and an easy bucket for Negrete. He goes up and slams it home with 2 hands again. And the lead is 14.
Doesn't really look like Leones believes they're going to win this game. It's kind of what that's looking like.
Yeah, it's like they get a little frisky and then something bad happens. Then they kind of go into a little bit of a shell. And now Johnson draws the foul. And if you're Leones here, Andrew, with 7:51 to play and a 14-point deficit, do you want to start attacking the bucket a little more, maybe get to the free throw line and score some points while the clock's not moving?
Yeah, that's always a big one when you're at a deficit and you need to save some clock. At this point, too, you're potentially looking at some fatigue for your players that have been in for a long time. If you want to keep them in the score, you need to gain some rest at the free throw line.
That long jumper is good. Jerry Evans. Yeah, you've got Joshua Webster playing about 26 minutes. Roquez Johnson about 25. Nobody on Instituto has played more than 24. Vildosa right side. 3 on the way from Onaki. That missed way to the right. Not sure if that was a pass or a errant 3-point attempt. I think that was a pass.
That was not something you wanted to foul on. I'll tell you that. Wow.
There's a look at Jerry Evans' tremendous baseline jumper as the shot clock expired. Evans has 9, along with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Evans with the left hand won't go. Johnson there for the putback, and it is good. Evans, the nice drive down the lane, gets between the defenders, and Roquez Johnson cleans it up. Johnson now with 14. That three-pointer missed. Rebound to Webster. Lead down to 13. 6.5 minutes to play. And I'm not sure what he was doing there offensively. Vildosa for 3. Splash! Leandro Vildosa gets the lead back to 16 after Leonis started to get a little something going. Vildosa now with 5. That three-pointer is good.
No.
Nicolas Rebolledo, his first points of the tournament. Three-pointer, nothing but the bottom of the net. Vildosa tried to get it to Javier Saiz. Not sure Saiz was expecting it. That was some pass by Vildosa.
Yeah, that's
and now
one
a foul as Pomoli goes over the back.
You've got Saiz who's pushing 7 feet. You throw something to him on the move at his toenails. That's not something that, a big guy is necessarily going to be able to handle.
Coming up on 5.5 minutes to play. Evans from outside the right elbow. No. Rebounded by Monaki. Lead stays at 13. And reach in by Rebolledo. Saiz to Vildosa. Beg your pardon. Pomoli. Pomoli on the drive. Throws the head back. No whistle. But then they're at the end.
He got hit in the face, Craig. Come on.
And did they call a technical for a flop? As Pomoli remains on the floor. Let's see if we can get a replay on that.
Based on that reaction by the coach, I think that is what they called.
So the foul, let's see.
Is it because he laid down?
I don't know. I think they got... Yeah, they called Pomoli for the technical foul.
Because on the replay, it seems like, I don't know about severity, but it looks like he did get hit in the face, brushed. Seems possible. But then he's on his feet and then he lays down. I'm like, well.
So, Rebolledo committed the foul on Vildosa, and then Pomoli whistled for the flop, apparently. So they got to shoot the tee before they... So Instituto with a point. I didn't see Jerry Evans go shoot that free throw, but apparently Jerry Evans went down and shot that three-pointer. I guess.
While we were looking at the other end.
Yeah. So Pomoli comes out, Negrete comes in. Rebolledo gets the steal, and then Nicolas Copello commits the foul. Webster misses the first free throw. Boy, if he'd hit both of these, that would have gotten it back down to 10, as Lucas Victoriano continues to get the explanation on the technical foul. Both free throws short.
Yeah, 13 to 21. They've missed 8 free throws.
Now, Webster, a solid game, but those 2 free throws, pretty key to miss there.
Same.
Oh, nice feed to Javier
throws.
Saiz, and he goes up with the right hand.
Yeah, same amount of free throws shot on the other side. Instituto, 21 shot, 19 made. So that's a what, 6-point disparity? Yeah.
Yep.
I can't say that word right now. I'm not going to try again.
I think the word you were looking for was disparity.
Yeah, there's a T in there somewhere. That's what I thought.
I think you mixed up disparity and difference. As Saiz commits the foul, I believe that's his 4th.
I think I had about 3 other words that I was also thinking. That's kind of you to think it was only 2 words I got mixed up.
Andrew swallowed a thesaurus before this game, as Rebolledo, beg your pardon, hits the first free throw.
There's only a thesaurus that I wrote myself, therefore not very big.
Second one rattles out. Rebound grabbed by Vildosa. Back up top to Saiz, and Instituto gets the offense set up. Open look for Monaki for 3. That is no good. Leonis needs some buckets here. Evans between the rings. Left side to Rebolledo. And now Johnson. 3 on the way from Rebolledo. That is good! Ask and ye shall receive. Lead down to 10. And nearly a steal.
Uh-oh. No foul.
Negrete finally gets it into the front court.
Leonis is showing right now, any team that I've ever coached, when we're in this position, you can kind of, what I would call gently foul on every play. Because you're like, hey, I'm losing. So we're going to be aggressive and make sure we draw a little bit of skin every time we go for the ball. Make them call it.
Evans hits the 3-pointer. The lead is down to 7 with 3:13 to play. Jerry Evans from 24 feet straight on drains that one. Splash City, my goodness. Evans now with 13 to go along with 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Just 3 of 9 from 3-point range, but that one was huge. So after that 3-pointer, Lucas Victoriano wanted timeout, as this one's starting to get a little uncomfortable for the home side. As Nicola Pomoli continues to have a discussion, get some instruction perhaps from the officials following that technical that he got for the flop.
If it were me, I would just continue to tell them, I got hit in the face.
Three-pointer missed by Copello, out of bounds, and it's going to be Leones ball.
Another opportunity. Let's see if they got a quick hitter in the bag here. Evans coming off the double.
Back to Webster. Evans wants it.
They're trying to get him the ball, yeah.
They are, yeah. Webster driving off the window. No. Rebound tapped. Controlled by Instituto. 2:20 to play. Beg your pardon, 2:25 to play. Lead is 6. I beg your pardon, 7. My goodness. Vildosa into the corner. Long 2 on the way from Copello. No, he knew it was short. Followed and got the offensive rebound. Big offensive rebound by Nicolas Copello. He knew his three-pointer was short, followed it in, and got it back. Now the shot clock down to 3. Copello with the left hand. Won't go, but he's going to go to the free throw line. The foul on Jerry Evans. 1 tick inside, 2 minutes to play.
A quick defensive note on that shot that was missed in the corner. I think it was maybe Evans that was out there. He really jumped trying to, distract the shooter, and maybe that worked because the shooter missed. The only thing you got to be aware of when you do that, if that ball goes short, the offensive player is definitely getting that rebound. So you just got to make a decision. I don't know that there's a right or a wrong way. Jumping, again, can potentially cause that miss. But that rebound came right back and took some valuable time off the floor.
Copello to the free throw line, has not shot one yet, hits the first. Second free throw no good, so the lead is at 8. Webster gets it back. Now right side to Evans. Evans double teamed over to Rebolledo. Shot clock at 5. Webster into the paint. Hangs. Can't get it to go, but a whistle.
You got it right now. If you're Leones and you know the double is going to Evans, you've got to get spaced in a way that as soon as he passes out of that double, if I'm double teaming as a defense, I'm going to make sure somebody's close to the next pass. So the next pass isn't going to be wide open. But somebody away from the ball, further away, should be open. It's just a pure numbers game. You've got 2 guys on 1. That means there's 3 other guys guarding 4. So as long as I space out in a way, somebody should be open. And you got to be able to know where that person's going to be and, hit them with a quick pass to try to get up a shot.
And a whistle before that.
Yeah.
A whistle before that second free throw that was missed, so that will not count. Just kind of a key housekeeping item there with time winding down and free throws at a premium. Not sure if they're having a substitution or injury situation or what's going on there. As you see Pomoli still continuing to discuss. But again, you were saying the numbers game.
Well, yeah, the only thing to add to that is if you can, it'd be great if I have my shooter as the one open. But that's another thing is the defense. I've probably got a dedicated person that says, hey, we don't leave the shooter. We'll let whoever have a 2-point. We just don't want this guy to shoot out of the double team.
So Webster makes it a 2-possession game. 79-73, 137 to play. This is as close as Instituto has allowed Leones to get inside of a minute and a half to play, fourth quarter. Shot clock now at 5. Here's the drive by Negrete. Hangs, tries to get it to Saiz. Denied! Now here's Webster. They let him go all the way. Tried to stuff it with the right hand over the defense and misses. Joshua Webster got up there but could not complete the deal. And that may be killer for Leones. Vildosa misses. Webster the rebound. Inside 40 seconds. Still just 2 possession difference. Evans for 3. That's good!
Wow. Gotta get up.
Jerry Evans gets Leones back to within 3. 25 seconds to play. Evans now 13 points, 9 boards. Shot clock winding down.
Oh, we didn't.
I thought I heard a whistle. Baseline jumper is good. I thought I heard a whistle, Andrew.
I thought there should have been a whistle. I don't know that I heard it, but I thought there should have been one.
What a shot there by Jerry Evans with a hand in his face. Bautista Lugarini. As Alex Negrete
it seemed like everybody
from
stopped
along
playing,
the baseline. Yeah, it sure did for a moment, didn't it?
Yeah, whenever you said you thought you heard a whistle, it definitely looked like everybody else thought they heard a whistle too. I thought I saw, I guess it would be a double dribble. I don't know. So much has happened. I mean, the player with the ball took off. Got to about the free throw line there.
Yeah, that was Negrete.
Was it
when
Negrete,
I thought I heard the
or I
whistle
thought
too.
Negrete took the shot?
He did,
He
but
kicked off. Okay. Hoping we'll see.
Yeah, it would be nice to see that last sequence again. I thought I heard a short, sharp whistle. I don't know if it was a shoe squeaking on the floor, but it sure sounded an awful lot like a whistle. Let's see. Okay, there's the 3 from Rebolledo. That was a while ago. And Johnson, or rather Evans, his straight-on three-pointer. That was the one with 3:24 to play to get it to 78-71. And here's the dunk attempt.
Oof.
As Webster tried to go up over Negrete. Negrete, man, he can get up there. Okay, so it's a 5-point spread. 2-possession game. Clock's winding down. Yeah, they got to put it up. Johnson the rebound and a foul as time expires. They are going to award 2 shots.
Yeah, might as well try to get your points in case it comes down to.
Yeah. I believe the foul is going to be on Pomoli. Or rather, maybe it was Tomas Monaki. Thought I saw. Well, the foul was on Tomas Monaki, and Roquez Johnson will go to the free throw line, but it's academic from here. They may put a couple of tenths back on, but there's no way, even if Leones makes these free throws, it's still a 3-point deficit. They would still have to have Instituto inbound, and then they'd have to foul.
Or they could make one, miss one, and get fouled on the 3-point shot for a 4-point play. It's possible.
There you go.
But I think, are we saying there's any time left, or are we saying it's truly 0-0?
I don't know. They're still showing zeros on the scoreboard clock. And that may be what they're looking at to see how much time to put back on. Yeah. Can't quite see the angle. The camera wasn't quite wide enough from that angle.
Well, assuming the two
here we go.
pretty
2. Okay, there's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and
yeah, that's
there
at like
may be
0.1
0.1 or
or 0.2
0.2.
that foul. Well, assuming neither of the things that we just mentioned occur, and Leones loses, they drop to 0-3 here. Instituto would be 2-1.
2-1. Franca 2-0.
And let's assume that Leones beats Franca one time out of the next 2 times they play.
Before we get to that, they put 0.3 of a second back on, so you can make one.
No.
Maybe
no, Craig.
Doink it off the rim.
I refuse to believe. Nope. Whatever you say right now, no.
And just bat at it from outside the 3-point line.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna miss? Make? He's trying to make it. Oh, maybe he wasn't.
I think he was trying to make it.
If he's trying to miss that, that was a nice back of the rim.
Because I tell you what,
once in a while.
with 0.3 of a second left, you maybe could get the make, the inbound pass, and the foul, and still maybe have a tick left after a couple of missed free throws. But anyway, it is. It really is. The final 81-77, CDC Leones makes it interesting at the end. They got to within 3 at 76-79. But an entertaining game nonetheless. Leones outscore Instituto 23-13 in that fourth quarter. As we look at the final numbers, Leones 25 of 61 overall, 41% from the floor, 10 of 24 from three-point range, 41.7%, and 17 of 27 from the free throw line. So 10 misses, Andrew. And when we look at Instituto, 26 of 57 overall, 45.6%, 9 of 24 from three-point range, but 20 of 23 from the free throw line.
What do I always say about free throws, Craig?
They're free. You got to make them.
That's right. They're free.
Leones, they were badly out-rebounded in the first half, but really out-rebounded Instituto in the second half. A 25-14 advantage in the second half on the glass for Leones. As we look at some of the highlights here, and we go over the individual numbers. Daryl Jones, 8 points for CDC Leones. Nicholas Rebolledo, 7 points. Joshua Webster, 13 points, 5 boards, 7 assists. Fausto Pichardo, 2 points. Luis Martinez had 10 points, 4 rebounds. Eduardo Lugo, 2 points, 4 boards. Ignacio Carrion, 2 points, 4 rebounds. Ty Jones, in just 8 minutes and 39 seconds of action, 2 points. Roquez Johnson, 15 points, 6 boards. And Jerry Evans Jr., a couple of huge three-pointers down the stretch. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. For Instituto, Leandro Vildosa, 5 points, 3 dimes. Lealia finished with 11 after a great first half. He also added 5 rebounds. Alex Negrete, 14 points with a couple of dunks, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Nicolas Copello, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Bautista Lugarini, 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Nicola Pomoli, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Tomas Monaki, 6 points, 4 boards. Javier Saiz, 4 points, 6 rebounds. And that rounds out the scoring for Instituto. We are right back here tomorrow night as Instituto will take on Franca. 8:10 p.m. local time here at Centro de Deportes Colectivos in Santiago. CDC Leones will have the night off as they will take on Franca on Saturday. Groups B and C get underway Sunday with a doubleheader, and we will have those games for you. But again, we're right back here tomorrow night, 8:10 p.m. local time, 6:10 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. Again, the final score, Instituto moves to 2-1 in group play. CDC Leones falling to 0-3, 81-77 the final. For my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feta saying thanks for watching and so long for now.